What's up, everybody? It's your boy Nick. I'm coming at you with a new video. It is titled "My Space Jam 2 Soundtrack Predictions." As you can see, I got my nice Space Jam shirt ready to go. I'm repping the old school Space Jam, not the new one. I mean, it's gonna be nice, but I feel like if I'm gonna watch this, I need to be dressed as an OG person growing up with Space Jam. This is probably going to end up being a 2-part or a 3-part kind of video series because 1, I'm going to give my predictions, and then 2, I'm going to have the announcement as soon as I can about who's on the soundtrack, and then I think the 3rd part will be actually a listen through, my reaction video. I haven't done one of those in a while. So, alright. So, for those of you who don't know, in July, Space Jam: A New Legacy will be released in theaters. And, of course, every movie has to have a soundtrack to go with it. So, before the list is announced, I want to give my predictions as to who I think will be on this soundtrack. Now, here are my thoughts. It cannot be a pop album. I don't want it to be a pop album. If you've listened to the other Space Jam soundtrack, you'll see that it was not pop. It was heavy R&B, hip-hop, the whole 90s vibes. Yeah. So I expect this soundtrack to be just like that. Okay. So, I have a note on my phone that has 16 names, 16 artists, 8 girls and 8 guys. I'm going to start with the ladies first because I think this was an easy decision. When I picked the girls, I had 8 names right off the bat. So, and I'll tell you why. I'll give you a little description as to why who I think should be on the soundtrack. Number 1 on the ladies list is LIZZO. LIZZO is just full of fun. And also, too, this would be a great comeback for LIZZO because her album "Cause I Love You," a Grammy Award-winning album, I believe, or nominated. It was nominated for sure. I don't know if the album won, but I know she got Grammys for "Truth Hurts." But Lizzo hasn't put out any new music, and I think this would be a perfect comeback for her. I feel like Lizzo is the type of person who would like Space Jam and interacting with the Looney Tunes and all that. So Lizzo, I feel like she would have a nice, energetic, pop feeling, but not pop R&B song. So kind of like Juice, maybe. If you've heard Juice by Lizzo, that would be a good example as to what I think would be a good song. Number 2 on my list is the artist HER, H-E-R. She knows how to sing, put that smooth R&B in there, and I feel like we might need a song like that in this soundtrack. And if she does a song, she needs to put that guitar all up in it. She needs to feature the guitar because she kicks the booty on the guitar. So, something like, yeah, you know what I'm talking about. If you're a fan of her, you've heard her play guitar. She's pretty good. I'll tell you that. Next on my list is Miss Doja Kitty, better known as Doja Cat. Definitely coming from the rap side. I think Doja could bring a little sultry kind of mood. Also upbeat, energetic. Something like that. I feel like Doja would fit in with the Looney Tune vibe. Okay. Next artist. This is my girl in the hip hop world, Megan Thee Stallion. Okay. I have this vision in my head. When the Toon Squad hits the ring, or the basketball court, I'm sorry. I goofed that up. I am not the true basketball fan that I should be. When the opponents hit the basketball court, like when they enter, I just picture Megan Thee Stallion just playing as these teams are about to face off the opening lineups. I picture a Megan Thee Stallion song right then and there. Or if you want to put one of her songs, you better put Savage on that list or something. I don't know. Something. But I think Megan could come up with something kid appropriate. It was a toss up between her and Cardi B, and I thought, no, they're gonna approach Megan for a kid movie. It's supposed to be targeted to families, so I feel Megan has the upper hand in that. So next up is SZA, SZA, SZA. If you don't know her, she and Doja Cat just put out a new single, "Kiss Me More." I think that's what it's called. SZA can bring that energetic vibe in there, little peppy R&B. So, but yeah, she's really good too. If you haven't heard of her, go check out songs like "Love Galore." She did "What Lovers Do." She, like I said, "Kiss Me More" with Doja Cat, as I just mentioned. But yeah, check her out. Next up, Chloe and Halle, the dynamic twins of R&B. Really good singers. If you've heard, I've heard Warrior, Ungodly Hour. I feel like their energy bring a little smooth R&B to the court. Be really nice. I think so. I like Chloe and Halle. They're beautiful. Speaking of which, Icy Gang, listen up, because next on my list is SWAETIE. If I have mentioned on the Nick Pick episodes, I believe Best Friend has entered my top 10 list at one point. And you heard the song. You probably heard the song, and she's with none other than Doja Cat. Okay, this is a dead guarantee. Doja Cat needs to be on this album for sure, because everyone's collaborating with Doja. The writing's on the wall. The writing's on the walls. Put Doja Cat on the album. Just do it. Obviously, she's gonna bring that heavy R&B, or not R&B, hip hop. She got it. And since we're staying on, she could do a collab with another rapper named Rico Nasty. She's my last girl on the list. And again, she did collaboration with Doja Cat. Okay, I'm gonna guarantee Doja Cat's gonna be on this album for sure, because Megan did a collaboration with her with 34 plus 35 remix. SZA, SWAETIE, Rico Nasty, they've all worked with Doja. I think Doja Cat is going to be on the top of this Space Jam soundtrack, and if she's not on this soundtrack, y'all did something wrong, okay? Anyway, the song she did with Rico Nasty is Tia Tamara. You can go check that out. Rico's a little nasty. She don't get that name for nothing, I'll tell you that. Alright, now we got to get some guys on this list. Right off the bat, first name that came to mind was Travis Scott. I have a feeling he would potentially write a good song for this soundtrack. Travis Scott with his album Astro World, killer album. I feel like this would be his setting. This would be a good album for Travis to be on. Next up is Post Malone. Post Malone, if you heard that song that he did for the Pokemon 25th anniversary, clearly he likes, I think he would fit in with family vibes, you know. I see him doing a music video with all the Looney Tune characters now after doing the Pokemon one. Why not? Post Malone's got a nice voice. Or he can collab with somebody, I don't know. Next up, I don't know if this person would be on it. The next one on my list is Chris Brown. I could see Chris Brown doing something nice, either upbeat R&B or smooth kickback. You know, I don't know. We'll see. I think he has potential. Next up is The Weeknd. Oh man, you got to put The Weeknd on this album. Seriously, I feel like, okay, if you've listened to the Space Jam soundtrack, the first one, you have All For One, R. Kelly. I think The Weeknd would be that fitting artist. And you know what? I see him doing a cover of I Believe I Can Fly. I would love to see The Weeknd do that cover. I think he would slay it. Obviously, it's going to have to be revamped for the 21st century, but I can picture The Weeknd doing a cover of I Believe I Can Fly. Because clearly R. Kelly ain't coming back, so. Okay, next up. I don't know if you remember this guy, SWAE. He collaborated with Post Malone for Sunflower. And he did some other songs too. I think he did some other songs. I'm not sure. Was it SWAE? I think SWAE did Sunflower. Pretty sure. But I think he'd be a good artist to put there. Let's not forget Drake. Drake, I think he's done his songs. I feel are perfect for the basketball courts. So his songs would be kind of like one that is playing during the game, the big game at the end of the movie or at the climax of the movie. Usher is an R&B king, let me tell you. He knows how to sway you with his music. But he can also vamp it up a little bit, so you never know. We could see either a energetic R&B song or smooth kickback, fall in love kind of R&B song. And finally, my last name on this prediction list is JEREMIH. JEREMIH. He's the one who sang Birthday Sex. I Don't Deserve You. I think he was on that song. Put It Down on Me. Yeah, he would be good for this album too. So, I know it was pretty vague with all those, with those names. But if you take all those names I just told you and you go on YouTube or Apple Music or whatever, Spotify, and you listen to some of their songs, you'll understand why I think they would be perfect for the Space Jam soundtrack. Now, in terms of should anybody come back from the first Space Jam soundtrack? Yes and no. I don't know. I think there are some potentials. For one, they need to bring back the Space Jam song, the theme song, and they better not mess it up. It does not need to be touched. I think it should stay that version. I won't be surprised if they revamp it for 2021. But honestly, welcome to the Space Jam. Y'all need to leave it alone. It is perfect. Especially, it's one of those songs that you can use it over and over and over. And you heard it being teased in the Space Jam trailer. So, who else do I think should come back? It all depends on who's still doing music nowadays. Seal, possibly. I think Seal can do another song. I feel like he would collaborate with one of the artists that I put on there. Monica. Oh, by the way, Seal sang Fly Like an Eagle. If any of you are going to listen to the soundtrack, his song is Fly Like an Eagle. Monica, I think, should come back for the second album. But I don't think... I think she'll do a new song if she comes back. I think she will do a new song rather than For You I Will. That was her song on the first album. And then I Believe I Could Fly. I think I Believe I Can Fly will come back, as I mentioned, but somebody's going to cover it. I know for a fact, because I think I Believe I Can Fly kind of what's that word? It kind of represents Space Jam. That's what I was looking for. I Believe I Can Fly represents Space Jam. So I think it needs to come back, but somebody obviously is going to sing it, a cover of it. And that's why I nominate The Weeknd for that cover. So if anybody's watching this, I nominate The Weeknd to cover I Believe I Can Fly. I also think somebody should cover I Turn to You by All For One. They're not going to come back. I don't even know if they're making music anymore. But somebody should cover that. And I think it should just be one artist. Who do I think should cover that? Maybe SZA? Or her. Those are my picks. Her, SZA, Chris Brown. Those, if we're going to bring back I Turn to You. Oh, you know what? Her. I pick her because she can put in a guitar solo in that song, and I think it would slay the song. Seriously, that's my vote. But again, those are my picks. We won't know for sure until we get that list, and I think we're gonna get the list before we even get the songs on the platforms. So expect an announcement, a part 2 video, if you will, to drop somewhere in the middle of June. And then I think by the end of June we shall get the soundtrack. Or you know what? I think the soundtrack will be released in July. So expect an announcement about the artist in June. And I'll give you my reaction as to if I was right or not. And then July we will do a reaction video to the Space Jam soundtrack, because it will come out probably the week before or the week of the movie release. If you want to go ahead and mark your calendars right now, Space Jam: A New Legacy comes out July 16th on both HBO Max and in theaters. I will likely watch them on both because I have HBO Max, and I'm going to go see it in theaters because my theaters finally opened up and I want to go watch it. That would be the first movie I go see in theaters. I want to see it on the big screen. And you know, my theater used to do classic movies like twice a week. I really want them to do Space Jam as one of those classic movies, if they still do that. I don't know. We'll find out. So yeah. So be on the lookout for part 2 of the Space Jam 2 soundtrack predictions coming in June. And I'll give you my predictions on whether I was right or if I was wrong. And I'll tell you about the artists that I did not name, whoever showed up on the list that I did not name. So thank you for watching. Also, be on the lookout for more Nick Picks for the Week episodes every Friday. New episodes. They will be ready and edited, not live stream unless I give an announcement. Make sure to hit the like and subscribe button to follow all my videos and be ready for new videos when I drop them. And you can also contact me at nickmorales2012@gmail.com. The email will be in the description below. Thank you guys for watching, and see you soon.